Okay, fellow Nigerians, the time has come in the life of Nigeria for us to ban the practice of religion in public spaces. The time has come for us to ban the practice of religion in public spaces. If we do not ban religion in public spaces, religion will destroy Nigeria. And I say this with every sense of seriousness and every sense of responsibility. Am I calling for religion to be banned? No. Not totally. But for Nigeria to rise from the shadows it is currently in, religion must be banned from public spaces. And I'm talking about Christianity and Islam. Why do I say this? There is a deep-seated hatred, bitterness, deep-seated battle for supremacy in every Christian, in every Muslim, against the other in Nigeria today. Deep-seated. And unless religion is banned in public spaces, this deep-seated hatred and deep-seated battle for supremacy will be the end of Nigeria. And when I say will be the end of Nigeria, I'm not talking about Nigeria dying. Nigeria can never die. But it can never leave if this deep-seated hatred, this deep-seated bitterness, deep-seated battle for supremacy is not checked. So, but when I say it will be the end of Nigeria, what exactly does that even mean? It means it will be the continued suffering, continued poverty, continued unemployment, continued insecurity in Nigeria. The time has come for us to ban religion in public spaces. Look, believe it or not, a Pastor Adeboye, a Bishop Kuka, they can lie all they want to themselves and to Nigerians. They can lie. They can speak all the rhetorics. But deep in the heart of a Kuka, of an Adeboye, of an Oyedepo, of a Kumuyi, of an think of any big man of God, pastor, bishop that you know, deep in their hearts, they desire strongly to convert every Muslim into Christianity. They desire strongly maximum domination of Christianity in Nigeria. Leave all this church about religious tolerance. As it is with Christians, the Sultan of Sokoto can lie to himself all he wants. Emirs can lie to themselves all they want. deep in their hearts, there's a deep-seated desire to dominate Christians, to establish the dominance and superiority of Islam deep in their hearts. It's there. And it's not just in the hearts of these leaders. It's deep in the hearts of every Christian, every Muslim. So after the pastors and the imams hold their religious tolerance meetings, and they say, oh, let us have religious tolerance. When they go back to their churches and their mosques, what do they tell their people? We become a nation divided against itself. There is a 50-50 split of Christianity and Islam in Nigeria. With this kind of deep-seated desire to subdue the other, desire of Christians to subdue Islam, desire of Muslims to subdue Christianity, this will become a country divided against itself that can never stand. It will always remain on its knees. I am not for or against any religion here now, even though I am a Christian. What I'm talking about is, let everybody practice their religion in the privacy of their homes. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria allows individuals the freedom to practice whatever religion they want. But until we ban the practice of religion in public spaces, poverty, insecurity, hunger, unemployment, disease, poor infrastructure, they will continue to thrive in Nigeria. They will continue to go from bad to worse. Because, do you know the devastating effect the public practice of religion does to us? It's devastating. And I'm sure it is something you have thought about, but because of the sensitive nature of it, you don't want to speak it out. Christians now would rather, in fact, they hold Christianity far above the Constitution of Nigeria. The same thing with Muslims. In fact, it is worse with Muslims. You hear Muslims say things like, oh no, they consider somebody from another Arab country their interest even before the interest of Nigeria. And that is the danger of the public practice of religion in Nigeria. That is the danger. The interest of Nigeria is relegated to the background. And the interest of whether Christianity or Islam is pushed forward. Until religion is banned in public spaces, Nigerians will continue to suffer because there will be no meaningful development. Donald Trump went from tweet or post on Truth Social to live video speech. And all that has done to Nigerians is divide us. So some are saying, yes, let Trump come and invade Nigeria. Not invade. Help to take out the terrorists. At least some Christians are saying that. And some Muslims are coming out to say, no, that is not only Christians that are being killed. As if it is now okay for any Nigerian to be killed. And so something that should have been seen from the perspective of the interest of Nigeria, how do we get a country that is secure and stable? We have been divided amongst ourselves. So instead of saying, let's take out the terrorists, we are saying, no, Muslims are also being killed. So is it now okay for any Nigerian to be killed? We have to ban religion from public spaces. All these, let's commit this program into the hands of God. Let's have a Muslim prayer, then a Christian prayer. It must be stopped. All these government agencies where you now have mosque, you have chaplain or church, where people leave their work to go and be praying, it must be stopped. All this filling of forms, what is your religion? It must be stopped. All these programs that are televised about Christianity, about Islam, they must be stopped. Teaching of CRS, IRS in our schools, primary, secondary, even universities, it must be stopped. Let people practice their religion in the privacy of their homes. Ban religion now, religious activities now in public spaces. Rwanda has done that. And in a short space of time, see how Rwanda has turned a new chapter. I know that this call is not something the current National Assembly or the current leadership of the APC and Tinubu will look kindly to. Because, think about it, they weaponized religion to get into power. So, do I want them to reform themselves out of power? In the interest of Nigeria, yes. But will they put the interest of Nigeria ahead of their personal and selfish interests? I don't think so. Do you think so? So ultimately, for there to be a ban on religious activities in public spaces, we need true patriots, people who believe in Nigeria. People who believe in Nigeria. Far above Christianity, far above Islam. Christianity and Islam are a reminder of the chains, the collar chains of slavery. Again, I'm not calling for an outright ban because there's no vacuum in nature. Human beings are a creature of beliefs. They have to believe something. But for the sake of Nigerians, ban religious activities in public spaces right now. And to do that, we need a new set of leaders. They cannot emerge without free and fair elections. Some of you don't like it when I talk about free and fair elections. Note, I'm not just talking about electoral reforms. Electoral reforms are supposed to bring about free and fair elections. Electoral reforms are a good thing. Before every election in Nigeria, there has always been one form of electoral reform or the other. It just so happens that, like they say, when the birds start learning to shoot, to fly without perching, the archers start learning to shoot without missing. Or is it the other way around? When the archers start learning to shoot without missing, the birds start learning to fly without perching. With every election, there has been one reform or the other. But guess what? INEC and the political players have always found a way to glitch the system. And so, even if we had another reform, which is unlikely, before the 2027 elections, can you trust INEC not to throw up some new glitches? Trust me, I know they have those off their sleeves. Better glitches than the one Mahmoud Yakubu presented to Nigerians. Better ones. And don't get fooled to think that, oh, what Amukbiton is promising now with Anambra election will be a sign of better things to come. I told you, or I reminded you the last time, the same thing Mahmoud Yakubu did. Immediately he was sworn in, he came up with the idea of IREV and they tested it in Edo elections. And everybody clapped for it, and it saw an opposition party at the an opposition party from what the party is at the center. You had APC in the center, and then you had a PDP candidate win in Edo based on the new IREV that Mahmoud introduced then. Worked fine. And people were happy, hoping that subsequently things will do well. It did a little better in Oshun, and people said, yes, IREV, new chapter. When push came to shove, when it mattered most, what did Mahmoud Yakubu do? He gave us a glitch. So I want to tell you, I want to prophesy to you now that Amukbiton will do something nice in Anambra to allow a party other than APC to rule there. So they cannot tell you and show you and say, see, Shebi, we promised a different INEC. We have delivered, haven't we? They will go further and do so for Ekiti, do so for Oshun. But when push now comes to shove in 2027, trust me, I am not guessing, they will come up with another glitch. A better glitch than Mahmoud Yakubu's glitch. The only way to free and fair election in Nigeria, to usher in a new crop of leaders that will fix Nigeria, the only way is a people-powered solution. And that is votewatch.pro. But you need to be a PU Marshal for that to happen. So check in the link, visit the site. We do not need everybody for VoteWatch to work. Only 600,000 patriotic, incorrigible Nigerians. Patriotic, die-hard Nigerians that will be operating in stealth mode, such that Tinubu and his APC cannot see. We don't need everybody, just 600,000 Nigerians. 3 PU Marshals or VDMs, Vote Defense Marshals. 3 per polling unit. And elections in Nigeria can no longer be rigged. I want to beg you, don't fall for the distraction that is ongoing. The people that need this message are probably watching movies, or watching music videos, or watching comedy shows, or watching religious videos, getting distracted. Don't fall for the same distraction. Help us to help this country. We just need free and fair election. Right now, without free and fair election, the old order, which is the system that relies heavily on godfatherism and rigging, will continue. The only way Nigeria will get a chance to change path is if we force free and fair elections on INEC. It is possible with Vote Watch. The application is ready. The link is in the description. All we need now is you to volunteer. Will you do it? So that at least we can have people with the spine to ban religion from public places. Again, I said Rwanda did it. Turned out well for them. If we don't do it, we'll continue to be a country divided against itself. There can never be true unity if we don't ban religion in public spaces. Like I said before, a Sultan of Sokoto, an Emir of Kano, the Imams, a Bishop Adeboye, Bishop Oyedepo, Bishop Kuka, they can lie to themselves all they want. There's a deep-seated bitterness and hatred for the opposite religion in each and every one of them. Deep-seated. And this is not an exaggeration. They all wish to convert the opposite religion into theirs. They all wish to establish the dominance of their own religion. And that shifts every other problems of Nigeria to the background. Donald Trump is making a statement because 4,000 or 3,000 Christians have been killed, according to his speech. We all know it's more than that. But he has said 3,000 people killed in a Christian genocide, according to him. Now here's the thing. If terrorists have killed 3,000 Christians, 10,000, maybe 1,000 churches, how many people has hunger killed in Nigeria? Hunger. How many people has unemployment killed in Nigeria? How many people has disease killed in Nigeria? How many people has poverty killed? If Donald Trump would take care of terrorists that has killed 3,000 or maybe 10,000 or even 100,000 Christians in a genocide, who will take care of the millions that are killed by disease, millions that are killed by poverty, by hunger, by poor infrastructure, the millions that die from road accidents every year? Who will take care of them? Who will solve that problem? That's why sometimes when some people say, oh, it is we that will solve a problem, yes. But does that mean that Donald Trump's threat is useless to us? It is not. At least, if not for anything, even if America will not put physical boots on the ground, it has put pressure on Tinubu and the APC. And it is sad that the opposition is not taking advantage of it. But at least it does something. But for us Nigerians to really get our country back, we need to force free and fair elections on INEC, so that a new set of leaders that will think Nigeria first a new crop of leaders that will not need to bother their head about pushing their religious agenda will arise. The time has come for us to remove all the privileges given to Islam in the constitution of Nigeria, to remove all of them. Ban religious practices in public spaces today. That's the beginning, the starting point to fixing Nigeria. But of course, the people that can do that will only emerge in a free and fair election. Thank you for your time.